All right, guys, so you got a new record coming out. Online, it's November 16th, right?
Online, it's going to be worldwide November 20th.
November 20th, I'm sorry.
Yep, November 20th.
And, but you have it today at Music City Liberty Fest. You've debuted it for people that are live in the flesh that can come purchase it, right?
Yep, actually today is the first time we've released it out to the public at a live show. We got a couple more coming up where we're going to release it at in Detroit, Michigan, which is our original hometown, and then Columbus, Ohio, State College, Pennsylvania, and Baltimore, Maryland on November 17th.
Cool. So what are the biggest themes you would say? I'm going to get a little closer just on the offhand that are musical guests over there are messing up my audio, but so what would you say are the biggest prevailing themes in the lyrics on this album?
It's all over. I mean, it goes through the whole progression of waking up and being resistant. With police state, the breakdown of police state, just addressing police and judges to not have to be a part of the police state, to recognize, you know, that they're being controlled and being manipulated is a very solid message that this record puts out as well.
What are some of your biggest musical influences right now?
Right now? I pretty much only listen to local bands right now on the road. I don't even really
Bands from Maryland?
No, bands that everywhere that we play with.
Oh, because you're on tour, you meet them.
Yeah, we grab CDs from fellow musicians and we listen to them on the road, really.
What are some of the best bands that you've met and heard of that people wouldn't be able to find out because they weren't with you at those shows?
From Connecticut.
Political Animals?
Awesome. They are a three-piece hip-hop group, but they're more like a rock band, and their frontman Sartorius is just off the chain. And you gotta check them out if you haven't already. It's Political Animals.
That's cool.
And Political Animals is actually going to be with us in Baltimore for our album release party, so it's going to be a solid show, man. Get there, world.
What are your longest term influences, not your recent influences, like ones that are always classics to you as a band?
I listen to all types of music that evokes social change, anything from you know, Bob Dylan, even Tracy Chapman, MC5. I grew up listening to a lot of classical music too, or not classical music, but classic rock. Allman Brothers,
Bob Marley.
Yeah, name it.
So yeah, it's musically, I mean, we're kind of all influenced by everything, but most of the music that we're inspired by is music that has a message and a purpose to it. You know, there's a thought to it, not the chew your bubble gum and shut up and do what you're told type music, or just mindless music. It's got meaning to it, you know. So it kind of helps fill in the passion of the soul a little bit.
So you guys are a DIY band when it comes to touring and traveling around, right?
Correct.
In that sense, what are some of the markets you've, you know, I say markets, but you know, maybe you don't want to call it that, but like towns that you've played in that always yield a good show, that are a great scene, like exceptionally over other towns? Because you notice that, I suppose, more when you're a DIY touring band.
Yeah, well, I mean, our hometown originally, 3 of us are from Detroit area, Michigan, and we have a solid following out there of people, a lot of family, friends, and fans, and a lot of our fans end up becoming our friends anyways. But Baltimore, Maryland, we've been living in now for over 5 years, so when we play Baltimore, it's off the chain, and always a great time.
Tampa, Florida has been huge for us too.
Yep, Tampa area, Florida, and virtually anywhere in West Virginia. Anywhere in West Virginia we've played has been just
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how rural shows can be really great on tour. Like a lot of rural communities really appreciate bands because they don't see them every 5 seconds like city folks tend to do. Cool. Would you say of the crowd that comes out to the shows, what percentage of them are already politically engaged, and which percentage of them are you exposing that are just there for the jams?
It really depends on these shows. When we come to these Liberty events, I mean, obviously you have a lot of people that are more Liberty-minded. That's a really good question, though, because we find out after we meet people on the road and that they just like the music, we find out sometimes second, third, fourth time around that they're actually politically aware of what's going on. And we don't really necessarily think that's a seed that we planted. Sometimes it is the case. But politically aware, and they're starting to see a lot of these great names that are in these Liberty events, and they're starting to come out and support those shows. But to put a number on it, I'd say most of them are not politically aware. We have the same fight that we all fight, you know,
I'd agree with that, man. It is different every town, every show that you're at. I mean, people are different across the street, let alone across a county or across, you know, a city or across a state, you know. So, but the good thing is there is a generation that are waking up and seeing these little things. So they may have been sparked by something earlier in their lives or even a week ago, and then when they see us out there and they see other people starting to pump their fist, it's almost like, you know, hey, like I'm catching on now. I'm seeing other people catch on. Like this is something that I want to be involved with, and helps maybe take them to the next step of becoming active, whether it's politically or socially, in a positive manner.
Any last plugs and or messagings that you want to get out to the world?
I'd say definitely pick up that new album, Soundtrack to the Revolution. It really is 9 powerful tracks that, you know, I think you can really express how much the band has grown in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yep, yeah, November 20th, worldwide. You can pretty much get it anywhere, or you can order it from rebelincmusic.com. You can order it right now. We can ship it out because it's here and it's ready to go. So, and other than that, check our website, rebelincmusic.com, for the travel schedule, so you can see us in different towns across the U.S.